Hey everybody, how's it going? How's everybody doing? This is episode 70 of Wrestling with Brent. Let's get right into it. Kind of got a lot to talk about. I'm going to talk about the Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch situation that happened recently that everybody was talking about, this past for the weekend and week. Uh, Pretty much all everybody's been talking about as far as wrestling goes. I'm going to mention a little bit about the latest Dark Side of the Ring episode, which I really enjoyed. Um, Also, going to be giving the results for the latest GCW show. I thought it was very good. Uh, there's that. Also, um, yeah. So, I'll also be doing the AEW reviews. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Uh, Now, this whole thing is completely my opinion. From what I've read online for several the wrestling sites, like nobody agrees with me. Everybody's taking Becky's side on this, but I'm on Charlotte's side actually. Not just because I'm a big fan of her; she's my favorite women's wrestler. Just because I believe her. But um, but basically, for those that don't know, uh, what happened was, which is really completely dumb. Uh, on the Raw, or I'm sorry, SmackDown or whatever you want to call it. I guess it was Friday night. Uh, they decided, in this recent WWE draft that just happened, both of the wrestlers got put on different brands. Uh, Charlotte was on Raw. She got moved to SmackDown. Becky Lynch was on SmackDown. She got moved to Raw. Uh, so instead of them, having the different belts on the shows, they just said, we'll do a title swap. We'll swap titles in the ring. That way the belt will match up with the champion, of the show. Uh, yep. So everybody was already upset, saying this idea was stupid before this whole thing even started. Before the segment happened, to close the show, by the way, was the main event, which was just dumb, pretty stupid. Um, but yeah, uh, they said Charlotte actually went to management, went to Vince and whoever in WWE early in the day, all out through the day, saying she didn't agree with the decision to switch titles like that, just, on live TV. That it didn't make sense. It made her character look weak, and she didn't want to hurt her title reign. She didn't want to hurt her character. She didn't think it was right. Uh, she got overruled. They got overruled. Becky Lynch, they said, wasn't happy with it either, from what I heard. Vince overruled them and said, no, you're doing it. Uh, so when it come down to what happened, uh, Becky and Charlotte both in the ring, staring at each other, across the ring from each other. They each got the belts on their shoulders. Uh, Sonya Deville's, she's the acting GM on screen, and she's, saying, uh, you guys got to turn the title overs, do as I say, turn title overs. Uh, yep. So whatever happened, it was exchanged. Charlotte was supposed to hand the title to Becky. Becky reached for it. Charlotte snapped away like playing a game of keep away. Snapped the belt away. Uh, Becky went to reach for it. Becky kept reaching for it. Charlotte dropped the belt. The belt hit the floor. Becky Lynch looked at her, kind of stepped up, stepped back, looked angry. Sonya looked. They both looked at Charlotte, looking angry. Sonya looked angry. Um, So then eventually, Becky Lynch takes her belt off and throws it at Charlotte. Charlotte ducks. Both belts lay on the ground. Uh, Sonya looks at Charlotte, says, pick up the belt, hand it to me. Charlotte finally does, hands the belt to Sonya. Uh, yep. Uh, Charlotte gets on the mic and says, I don't like this idea. How about you be a champion and fight me? We'll just unify the belts and we'll have a match. Winner takes all for both belts. Uh, Becky Lynch says, I'm out. Sasha Banks comes out. The situation apparently got back on script, and they went back on script. They was apparently off script. They got back on script. Sasha Banks came out, said the stuff. Becky Lynch said, how about I leave you two to it, and left. Uh, yep, and the segment went on as planned. But they said after the show was over, everybody was walking back through the curtain, backstage. Becky was walking backstage. Charlotte finally came in backstage. As soon as Charlotte came in, her and Becky got into a big screaming match. Right after when they were riding backstage for everybody, uh, everybody was upset at everybody. Um, they said Charlotte had to be escorted out of the arena by security because Becky Lynch was working a dark match after the show and they didn't want anything to escalate more. Uh, They said that Becky was going off on Charlotte, saying she was mad at Charlotte. Charlotte said it was an accident. She didn't mean to slam the belt down or drop the belt down on purpose like she did. She didn't mean to make Becky look bad, which was what Becky said she was doing. Charlotte said it slipped out of her hand. She dropped it by accident. Uh, but they said what made it things worse was Vince McMahon was that gorilla position. Charlotte was that gorilla position was like is what a wrestling term what they do like a TV like when you talk to the boss as soon as you come back. He critiques your match, whatever, tells you, gives your thoughts on the match. Uh, she walked by him, Vince. Uh, she didn't go to the grill position. Charlotte didn't. She supposedly got escorted by security. She left Vince, went right past him, said she's going to AEW to see Andrade at AEW later on that night for the his match to support Andrade. People were saying that she wasn't backstage, but she has been backstage before at AEW for his shows. I know for a fact she was at AEW later on because I was watching the show and I actually saw her in the stands after one of the matches or segments. The camera panned out and I just happened to pause it because I had to use the bathroom or something at that time. So when I paused it, it was just so happened to screen. I just happened to look up, and in the top left-hand corner, you saw sitting way up in the top stands was a blonde. And it was definitely Charlotte Flair. I could see her clear as day. Uh, so she was at AEW. Um, so, yep. Uh, but really, the writers, wrestling writers, the wrestling reporters, people on YouTube, uh, they blew this whole thing out of proportion. It sounds a lot more interesting than it really was. When you watch the footage, you're like, that's all. Uh, in my opinion, um, Becky and Charlotte both could have, acted better. But neither one of them should have been in that place in the first place. It never should have happened. You never should do title swaps like that on history. You never swap for a title. You're supposed to wrestle for the title one way or another. Or even they should have just had a screw job if that was what they were, going to do. Anything better than swapping titles. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Um, Charlotte tried to be professional about it. She went about the right way. She went to management. She got shot down. So Charlotte, the way I look at it, Charlotte stood her ground, but so did Becky, you know. Uh, but now, after like all this happened, just all of a sudden now the different people's putting stories out on Charlotte saying, oh, now all of a sudden she's been difficult to work with for a while now. Nobody wants to work with her. None of the women want to work with her. She isolates herself from everybody in the locker room. She doesn't talk to anybody in the room. She kind of is in her own world. Now all of a sudden, she's like publicly number one most hated person in the company. Just all of a sudden. Uh, Everybody's taking Becky's side from what the report said. A lot of the women taking Becky's side. Shauna was starting to be able to supposedly mad at Charlotte, wanted to fight Charlotte Flair afterwards. Just a bunch of crazy stuff. I think WWE is spinning this narrative that Charlotte's difficult to work with, that Charlotte's been difficult. Uh, it also was said recently that they think people in WWE think that Charlotte apparently holds a grudge against Becky that they're not as close as they once was. But about it follows them to, they used to be really close best friends. They said the relationship's been strained the last couple of years. All about toward a promo Becky Lynch did a couple of years ago. She said, called Charlotte Flair plastic, and said that she was fake, had her plastic surgery done on her face. A lot of people pick on Charlotte about her looks and say she looks like a man and she don't, you know, that she looks fake and not real. So they said Charlotte, ever since then, she was really hurt by that. She kind of held a grudge against Becky for that. And they hadn't really got along since. Uh, so in my opinion, the whole situation shouldn't have never even happened. The whole thing was dumb, but in my opinion, Becky Lynch shouldn't have acted the way she did anyway. I mean, Charlotte very well could have, slipped out of her hand. Uh, but even if she didn't, she threw the belt. That was a little bit unprofessional, yes, but who cares? It's wrestling. Everybody always says, oh, it's fake. Who cares? Watch people get, all bent out of shape about it. I mean, it's just a belt. WWE doesn't treat their belts or championships like they did back in the day, like wrestling did back in the day. WWE makes a mockery of their champions, their talent, and their belts. If you really look close to their belts, then it's not even real gold. It's made out of Velcro. It's not even leather or anything. It's strictly Velcro. All the belts and they really look like a toy belt. Even the one Roman Reigns carried around, the Undisputed Championship belt, which is the Universal belt, which is just a dumb title still. Whoever, no matter who's cut it, Roman Reigns or not, Universal is just a dumb title. Pretty stupid. Uh, yes, I really don't think Charlotte, in my personal opinion, this is my opinion, I think Charlotte, I trust Charlotte's word. I think she dropped it by accident. Uh, and Becky, of course, took offense to it. Uh, I think both women didn't even want to do it, to start with. They was already in a bad mood and everything and already tense about it. And just when this little incident happened, just so happened to be happening when the cameras were on, it was, on live TV. Um, you know, uh, so I really think the whole thing was blown out of proportion. Also, this is my personal opinion. Uh, I think WWE is spinning the narrative on Charlotte and all this stuff just automatically come out about Charlotte being bad with the wolf. I think it's bull crap, BS story by WWE stuff they're putting out to make Charlotte look bad. I don't believe any of it's true, to be honest with you. Um, Also, I think they're at odds with her because of Ric Flair, him wanting to leave and him getting fired from WWE after all the Dark Side of the Ring controversy. Um, so I think that they've got Charlotte, and Andrade leaving the way he did. Um, because if you remember a few months back, there was contradicting stories going around about why Charlotte pulled from WrestleMania or kept from WrestleMania. They were saying that WWE, she said that WWE made up a story basically claiming that she was pregnant. So she, got her and Andrade went and got a bunch of pregnancy tests done, freaking out. So she wasn't pregnant. And I also speculated that she was never pregnant the whole time. WWE would just use that excuse to take her from WrestleMania, just to punish her for Andrade leaving WWE or wanting to leave WWE, and him eventually leaving. Uh, so I believe that now. I think WWE was using her and, screwed out of WrestleMania, then kept her off, made up a bullcrap pregnancy rumor on her just to keep her off. And then I think none of them doing this. I just think if you really watch Charlotte, just over the last few years after she, come back from that 2 3 months she was off. Just her whole storyline, even though she ended up doing the good for her character, starting the stuff with her and Lacey Evans, the Ric Flair being the daddy. I think that was a market getting at Charlotte to ruin Charlotte and Rick. Rick eventually left WWE or got fired or whatever. Uh, neither one of them liked that storyline, so that was dumb. Uh, Charlotte didn't really have a competition until she got back, and she was cutting decent promos, the opportunity, but, they wasn't really doing much with her. They put her in that stupid storyline with Lacey Evans, and then was just bad for everybody. And then eventually they put her up against, here recently everybody says, oh, Charlotte never puts anybody over, she buries everybody. Uh, she lost clean to Nikki Ash on live TV a while back, lost the championship to Nikki Ash. I'd say that's putting somebody over and doing them a big favor and really helping them out. But what do I know? I'm just a dumb wrestling fan, whatever. Um, so there's that. They also had Charlotte Flair lose Queen and Nikki Ash on live TV for the title, um, which was just ridiculous. So that's another way they stuck it to Charlotte and did her dirty. And now this. Um, yeah. So if I was Charlotte Flair, my personal opinion, she should leave and go somewhere else, preferably AEW. Think she'd be a huge boost to their women's division instantly. Be the best woman on the roster instantly. Although I do love Thunder Rosa, Britt Baker's very good, and I like some of the women wrestlers there. Charlotte Flair was to show up in AEW, that would just turn wrestling on the head, especially women's wrestling on the head, be nothing good. But for AEW, it would be a huge loss for WWE. I like some of the women wrestlers, but none of them are not near as good as Charlotte Flair. I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. I'm a big Sasha Banks fan. I love Sasha Banks. I like Becca Belair. I like Alexa Bliss. I like Naomi. I like Liv Morgan. I like several of the rest, but none of them. Bailey, but none of them is on the level or even better, near close to Charlotte Flair. I'm sorry, I just don't care what anybody says. You can't convince me otherwise. I've seen all her matches ever since I was watching her matches before everybody knew who she was. When she was just getting started in NXT, and for years before NXT, before the main roster. Not just because she's short for a dollar, but just because she puts on really good matches. Can work with anybody, and just her look and everything. I think she's a beautiful woman, and she's like a nice, sweet person in real life. Off camera, behind the scenes, because I've seen her in different interviews and uh, different programs and different off WWE stuff, and just seems super nice. Um, you know, and before this come out, this recent situation with Becky come out, I've seen the interviews and stuff. Everybody was talking about how great she was. Paige was on her Twitch recently a while back. Everybody talking about hating on Charlotte, and Paige was talking about how great she was, a person she was, and really great to work with behind the scenes and in the locker room. How everybody loved her. She was such a nice, sweet person. Amazing human, I think was the word she used. Uh, but yeah, but now just all of a sudden, just kind of, ooh, a little belt, he a little incident. Now she's like the worst person ever. Please, I ain't buying that. So in my opinion, this whole story was ridiculous. Um, yep. So Charlotte Flair, please go to AEW, please. Yep. Also WWE. Just I'm gonna speak a couple more things, then I'm gonna get into AEW. WWE had their crown jewel Thursday. The ones that infamous Saudi Arabia show that are usually just awful. Uh, I actually believe this show was really good. I really enjoyed it. I liked all the matches. I was very surprised the crowd was into it. The whole thing, usually the Saudi Arabia crowd was, dead. This crowd was really into it. They was hollering and had got me even more invested in the pay per view. I thought it was a very good pay per view. I enjoyed all the matches. I thought the wrestling was good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was better than WrestleMania and SummerSlam put together. Um, in my opinion. Uh, but yeah, so I thought Crown Jewel was very good. I was looking to see what they was going to do Friday night. Um, because they hyped up a big card. They had Sasha Banks on it, Sasha Banks, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Becky Lynch, uh, and they actually got beat by Rampage. The Rampage main event. In the main event, as far as main events go, the contract signing SmackDown had with Brock and Roman against the Bunny and Penelope Ford match on Rampage. Rampage beat them out. So I thought that was kind of funny. Uh, yep. But like I said, the following up because usually every once in a while now WWE have a really good show. It's like wow, that was actually good, and then they followed up with something terrible, and everything else will be terrible after that. Uh, my prediction was right. Crown Jewel ended up being really good. The next night, Friday night on SmackDown, supposed to have hype out all this hype and all the this commercial free hour. Uh, SmackDown was terrible, very boring. It was terrible, sucked. Uh, Awful. So it was terrible. Tonight, the big Monday night season premiere of Raw. It was terrible. It's a terrible show. Again, so WWE as usual can't do anything right. Everything's about to suck it again, just horrible. Uh, yeah. So there's that. So WWE still sucks in my opinion. Um, Rampage, I thought was very good Friday. I really enjoyed the Pac and Andrade El Idolo match. I really liked it. Um, I even liked the end, and I don't mind with the smile package roll up. I liked that part. Uh, I liked the idea of Malachi Black and Andrade, being part of being like a faction. That could be pretty interesting, pretty cool. Uh, yep, so I like that. I liked Rampage. I thought Dynamite was a very good Saturday night. I really liked it. Um, Yep. So in my opinion, AEW put on two really good shows again. So I really enjoyed them. Um, uh, Also, Ring of Honor had their show Saturday. I thought it was pretty good. I liked it. It was a lot of Foundation and Bonds Unlimited, going in singles matches, but I thought it was very good. I enjoyed it. Uh, yep. Also, we had the GCW had their latest show. It was very good. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. You got to see Ninja Mac. Finally got to see Ninja Mac in a singles match. He had a very good match. I really enjoyed it. Ninja Mac is also here. We got unmatched, unmatched, and wrestled unmasked. He was a small white guy. He's just a great wrestler. I love Ninja Mac. He's awesome. Anybody that's into indie wrestling or lucha libre wrestling, check out Ninja Mac. He's amazing. He's great. One of my favorite wrestlers going right now. He's amazing. Um, The main event was Nick Gage versus Minoru Suzuki in a death match. Minoru Suzuki ended up beating Nick Gage, but it was a very good match. I really liked it. Just a really fun show. I really enjoyed it. GCW put on another really good show. So, yep. GCW continues to kill it. Um, yep. Now, so here we go. I'm going to break down the shows very quickly, and then, I'll be done. So here we go. First things first, Rampage. Uh, has started the AEW World Title Eliminator Tournament. Orange Cassidy vs. Powerhouse Hobb was the first match on Rampage. I thought this was a good match. I liked it. Orange Cassidy got the win. Uh, FTR beat up Pentel Zero Middle after, so that was cool. The next match was a women's match, Anna Jay versus Britt Baker. I thought this was a very good women's match. I thought it was one of the best women's matches I've had in AEW. Definitely one of the best on Rampage. I thought this was one of Britt Baker's best matches she's ever had, and I thought this is by far Anna Jay's best match. I'm a fan of both women. I think they're both beautiful and very good wrestlers. I really enjoyed this match. I thought it was very good. There was a couple times I thought Anna Jay was going to get the upset victory and win the title, but Britt Baker, for the most part, I already knew Britt Baker to win, but I still thought it was a very good match. Britt Baker eventually hit her lockjaw on Anna Jay and beat her. Anna Jay, forced to tap out. Uh, After the match, Reba, Jamie Hayter, and Britt Baker beat down on Anna Jay. Ty Conti wrestler comes in and makes the save. Yep. So I liked the match. It was good. Um, yep. Also, there was a Mark Henry interview before the main event, which was good. I liked it. I always like seeing Mark Henry. Uh, the main event was El Ilo versus Pac. I think it was the third match. It was a very good match. I really liked it. I'm a fan of both wrestlers, but I was hoping Andrade El Ilo would win because I feel like he needs to win more. But either one of them, losing don't really bother me because they're both great. Big fan of both these wrestlers. I have been for years now. Um, Back when he was in WWE. But this was a very good match. I actually liked the ending. I thought it was kind of a cool ending. Pac beat Andrade El Idolo with a roll up. Um, so it was kind of surprising. And so I liked the match. Thought it was very good. I really liked it. So really good main event. Like I said, this was a solid show. After the match was over, the lights go out. Malachi Black pops up. Uh, and Malachi Black and Andre Elo attacked Pac or whatever. Um, so it made the announcers exactly Calvin, made it seem like maybe Andrade El Idolo and Pac, Andrade El Idolo and Malachi Black are joining forces. And I think it's interesting. Um, Cody Rhodes returned out of nowhere and made the save. Was beating the crap out of Black and Andrade. He came to Pac's aid. So that was cool to see Cody back. I liked it. Fans were booing, of course. This led to Cody's and Malachi Black's match, the next night, Saturday night on Dynamite. Um, so I liked the match. I liked to beat that out. This was just a really good show. I really enjoyed it. So I really liked it. So, very good Rampage show. Um, had to give it one of the better Rampage shows. I had to give it a 8 out of 10. I thought it was very good. I really liked it. So, AEW Rampage, 8 out of 10 for me this week. Next, for the next night, it was Saturday Night Dynamite. They had it on Saturday night again because of basketball and MLB and all that stuff. But now, starting this Wednesday, WWE be going back to the regular schedule on Wednesday nights. So looking forward to that. Uh, But this was a very good show. The first match, the opening match, this was a very good match. Was for the AEW World Championship Eliminator Tournament start. Dustin Rhodes versus Daniel Bryan. This was a very good match. I really enjoyed it. It's a solid, fun wrestling match. A lot of back and forth, a lot of just really good hard hitting, some good submissions, some good technical wrestling, a lot of really good strikes, kicks. Brian Danielson just been killing in AEW. Dustin Rhodes has always done a good job, especially since he's been in AEW. It was just a really good, fun, competitive match. I really liked it. Um, Danny Brown got the win. He actually put a body scissors, uh, guillotine choke on, standing choke on Dustin Rhodes. Dustin Rhodes never tapped. Dustin Rhodes passed out. So Bryan Danielson got the win. Uh, Omega and Young Bucks do a cool little thing. I liked it. Um, Kenny Omega cut a good promo on Adam Page. Said instead of cowboy ass, you're gonna be coward ass. I thought that was a really cool line. So I liked the promo by Kenny Omega. I thought it was really good. Uh, After that, we got a commercial break. Uh, Next, Tony Schiavone introduces Sting for a Darby Allin update. Uh, before Sting come, Sports Sting instead of MJF comes out, cuts promo on Sting. Sting and MJF get into a fight. Um, Shawn Spears got involved. Uh, they beat down Sting. Uh, MJF puts the diamond ring on, knocks Sting out with the diamond ring. So I liked the whole segment and everything. I thought it was good. I liked it. Uh, Commercial break, about from commercial. Uh, Shivani and Britt Baker cut the promo. I liked it. It was good. I liked it. I liked Britt Baker's promo. She always did a good job. Britt Baker's awesome. DMD. Uh, Next, we had the women's match for the TBS Championship Women's Tournament. Penelope Ford versus Ruby Soho. I thought this was a good match. I liked it. I know a lot of people don't like Penelope Ford's match, but I thought it was a good match. I'm a big fan of both women. I think they're both beautiful, especially Penelope. Ruby Soho is beautiful as well. I just love her look. And, her gimmick and character, just awesome, and music and everything, entrance. I like all the tattoos. Penelope Ford's beautiful. I thought this was a really, thought this was a good competitive match. I thought both wrestlers, looked good and wrestled good. I liked it. I thought it was a good match. Ruby Soho got the win. After that, Penelope Ford and Bunny face down Soho because towards the match, Bunny come out, trying to trip Penelope on. Uh, Red Velvet ran down and to help Solo. Uh, then Bunny and Ford, run away after the match. So yep, good match. I liked it. It's cool seeing Red Velvet. Red Velvet's still beautiful as well. Yep. Next we get another little thing backstage with MJF and Shawn Spears. So that was cool. I liked it. Uh, Commercial break, back from commercial. Um, Got a Bobby Fish match versus Anthony Green. I thought this was a good match. Just a quick little match to get Bobby Fish a little tune-up win. And I thought this succeeded. I liked Fish, the finishing kick of Bobby Fish threw. I thought it looked really good. So this was a cool little squash match. Bobby Fish got the win. After that, Bobby Fish tactically, basically turned heel. CM Punk run down and made the save. So now I think this is setting up Fish versus CM Punk. So that should be a good match. That should be good. Next, Tony Schiavone's doing a promo, but doing a little promo segment with Leah Rush and Dante Martin backstage. Dante Martin and Leah Rush, and they're going to basically form a tag team. So that should be awesome. Uh, All right, for the main event, we had the AEW World Champion Eliminator Tag Team Tournament match. Lance Archer versus Eddie Kingston. I thought this was a good match. I liked it. Lance Archer had a bad botch. Said he under-rotated on a moonsault. Lance Archer landed right on his head. Got a concussion. You could tell Lance was really hurt because just see, what response you could tell he's really out of it. Really, jarred him, messed him up pretty bad. Eddie Kingston rolled him up off of that small, a quick little roll up and got the 1, 2, 3. Um, but otherwise, it was still a good match. I'm glad Lator's gonna be okay. He made a statement later on said he'll be okay. He's done that move 5 times. He's never had that happen. He just under rotated, and he'll be back. That all the wrestlers there in AEW, all wrestlers put their bodies on the line and help on the line every time they wrestle, no matter what they're doing in the ring. Um, every time they're in the ring, period, they're putting their bodies on the line. You know. So he just said it was an unfortunate, accident, unfortunate mistake. And, it happened. He'll be back soon. Uh, he said he'll be back. So um, it was an unfortunate little incident that happened, but I hope glad Lance Archer is okay, and I can't wait to see him back. I'm a fan of both wrestlers. I like Eddie Kingston. I like Lance Archer. Um, so Eddie Kingston got the win, so that was good. Also, after this episode, you saw like a little video package it was during like during the I guess the Dynamite commercials. They did like a little thing they did with Adam Page last week where he Tony Schiavone did a little interview segment with Daniel Bryan Danielson and him and Eddie Kingston going at each other and they cut a good little back and forth segment. It was really good. It was cool. I liked it. So yeah. I was wrong. The show wasn't over yet. So after Eddie Kingston got the win after the match, had a commercial break. But for commercial, man of the year and Dan Lambert in the ring. Uh, Adam Page said the inner circle sucks. He said we beat them twice. Uh, anyway, this is a fun little interaction. Sammy Guevara comes out. They had a good little interaction back and forth on the mic. Man of the year make a challenge Sammy Guevara. And gave a stipulation. Yep. Said it should be a really fun match. It should be good. Saw it so Sammy it was good. I liked it. Um, yep. So after all that, Dark Order, is having a promo backstage. It was good. I liked it. Um, the next match was Jungle Boy versus Brandon Cutler. This was a really good, quick little squash match. Jungle Boy got the win very quickly. After that, did a cut little promo. Um, Albert Jungle Boy come out for like a little stare down confrontation. It was good. I liked it. A little back and forth segment. I liked it. It was good. Uh, Commercial break. Then we get a video package promo from Miro. It was very good again. Miro just does a great job video package. Just some funny stuff. Just funny, really good promo. I liked it. Yep. Next, we have the main event. Malachi Black versus Cody Rhodes. I thought it was a very good match. I really liked it. Um, It basically ended with Cody Rhodes beating Malachi Black for Tiger Driver. It was a really good match. After the match, of course, fans was booing Cody Rhodes. Of course, everybody hates Cody Rhodes now. I don't know why. Just because wrestling fans always want somebody to hate now, and they just pick people random over the last few years and decide to hate them just for whatever reason. Uh, Same they did with Roman. Um, People just for no reason started hating Roman. Um, then after Roman got canceled, everybody started loving him. You know, whatever. Uh, I'm a big fan of Cody. I always have been. Always will be. I thought it was a very good match. I was happy, for either way how it ended because I'm a fan of both wrestlers. Big fan of both wrestlers. They're both great. It was a really good, fun match. Cody Rhodes got the win. So really good, fun match. Really good main event for Dynamite. If I give this Dynamite a say 7 out of 10, I thought this was just a really solid show. I liked it. So yep, 7 out of 10 for Dynamite this week. Uh, Now I'm going to go over the GCW show really quick. I thought it was a really good, fun show. I really liked it. Um, so Alley Cats beat Gringo Loco, Lucas Riley, ASF, Matt Vandergaard, Gaston, JTG, and Eli Everfly in a eight-way scrum match. It was a really fun match. Big fan of Alley Cats. Great match. I really liked it. A lot of fun. The next match was Alex Zane versus Jonathan Gresham. This was a fun match. I liked it. It was a good match. Jonathan Gresham's awesome. I was surprised he lost because he doesn't lose much, but Alex Zane's good as well. I'm a fan of both wrestlers. Alex Zane beat him. Uh, Next match was Ninja Mac and the Ares. It was a really good, fun match. Really liked it. Like I said, this is Ninja Mac's single match. It was very good. Really liked it. Ninja Mac won. Uh, yeah, really good, fun match. If you like Little Lucha, check that match out. Very, very good, very fun match. Uh, Another match with Chris Dickinson and Starboy Charlie against Jacob Fatu and Drizzy Fanu. This was a really good, fun match. Big fan of all four of these wrestlers. I think it's the first time I've seen Juicy wrestle. But this was a really good, fun match. Um, Chris Dickinson and Starboy Charlie beat Fatu and Fanu, Juicy. After the match, Juicy beat down Starboy Fatu and Juicy beat down Starboy Charlie. Yep. So really good fun match. Another match was Edge Gray versus Dark Sheik. This was a really fun match. I liked it. Fan of both these wrestlers. Really good match. Edge Gray won. Uh, Another match was Jordan Oliver versus Nick Wayne. This was a good match. I'm a fan of both these wrestlers as well. But the match ended in a no contest, but still was a good match. Um, Another match was, and this was a really surprise. The Briscoes. Yes, that's right. The Briscoes, Ring of Honor tag team, one of the best tag teams in the world. The Briscoe brothers, the boys, went up against the GCW tag team champions, Second Gear Crew. Man, it's one of my just two of my favorite wrestlers, along with the Briscoes. This was for the GCW tag team titles championship match, and the Briscoes made history. It was a really good, fun match. The Briscoes beat uh, Second Gear Crew, Warner, and Justice for the GCW Tag Team Championship. So that was awesome. I was pumped for that. I was really excited. I loved it. I liked the Briscoes interest. They come out with Talento Scared, Give Back My Bullets, had on their Dim Boy shirts. It was awesome. It was awesome to see Briscoes in GCW. Man, it was just awesome. It was a really good match. It was cool the Briscoes won. I'd have been happy either way for whoever won because I'm a fan of both teams. Yep, so just a really fun match. I really liked it. So if you like the Briscoes, check out this match. It's worth it. It was a very good match. Also, there was a match against Epi against Psycho Clown. Um, this was a fun match. I liked it. Epi got the win. I'm a fan of Epi. I like Psycho Clown as well. This was a good match. And of course, the main event was Minoru Suzuki and Nick Gage. It was a very good match, very physical. I really liked it. Suzuki's awesome. Nick Gage is awesome. Nick Gage put on another really good match. It was a really good competitive match. Had a lot of blood. You know, they used the weapons. You know, the light tubes and a door and tables, chairs. Just a really good, fun match. Nick Gage used the crowd, and they would help them hold chairs up, and he'd hit wrestling chairs, and Nick Gage used the crowd. So that's cool. I like how DCW uses the crowd. You know, lets the crowd be part a little bit of action in their events. So that was good. Um, so it's a really good, fun main event, really good match. Minoru Suzuki got the win. And that's how GCW ended, but this was a very good GCW show. Um, I give it a 8 out of 10. Uh, but anyway, great show. But anyway, that's all for this review. This was another really good week of wrestling. Um, you know. So hope you guys like this video. I'll be back next time very soon. I also might even review Halloween Havoc tomorrow night, and that'll be included in my next review as well. If it's good, it'll be included. Um, so that's gonna be should be a big, nice little event, Halloween Havoc for NXT. Yep. So that'll be tomorrow night. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys watch my next video. I hope everybody's doing well and staying safe. Happy wrestling. See y'all. Bye.